Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tess. I am a licensed esthetician and I'm going to walk you through my nighttime routine. A little bit of background on my skin. I am a few things. It's a very fun combination. I am acne prone for one, and I'll insert a little picture here of my before and after, and I'm happy to talk more in a separate video about how I really managed my acne. I should have some videos, but it was quite the journey, and I always tell my clients a realistic time frame for managing more persistent acne can be anywhere from 4 months to a year, and a year really isn't all that uncommon, and oftentimes that is a healthy length of time. I also have rosacea, which is somewhat new to me. It's very common for rosacea to occur later in life, so I'm in my 30s now and it has definitely hit me like a ton of bricks. So that is ongoing, also fairly managed right now. And then the third condition that I struggle with is something called perioral dermatitis, and PD is not fun. If you've never experienced it, please consider yourself lucky because it is just a beast to tame, and once you experience PD, you can be more prone to experience more flare-ups. So I have to keep the rosacea in mind, and I have to keep the PD in mind when I'm treating my acne because it's very easy to flare these other conditions. And of course, it is possible to experience more than just one condition at the same time. As far as my skin type, I would say I am more sensitive now that I have rosacea and a tendency towards PD, but I'm more combination in my T-zone, and then this lower half of my face is where I get a little bit more dry and sensitive. So let's get started. My hair is up. I'm going to wash my hands and let's get to cleansing. So this is my cleanser. It is called Undo, and tonight I'm actually doing a little double cleanse with Undo. Now, I do have a gel cleanser in the routine, and I love that one as well, but I just wanted to share that this is an option to even just double cleanse with Undo if that's all you have, and if you are more of a dry skin type, which me, heading into fall and winter, I'm starting to feel that dryness, so double dewy it is. This is a great cleanser to use with these more problematic skin types because it is calming, anti-inflammatory, fragrance-free, and free of sulfate. So those are some things to keep in mind with really any of those conditions, but especially PD, especially rosacea, because they can flare so easy. Now that my skin is clean and calm, I'm going in with my next step, which is a hydrating toning mist. This one is called Skin Recovery Mist by Glymed Plus. A lot of people ask if toners are necessary, and you can definitely have great skin without a toner, but for me, I find my skin does the best when I'm really packing in hydration at every step, and your skin is very susceptible to moisture loss after you have cleansed. Your skin goes through something we call transepidermal water loss, where it's very easy for that water to escape past that transepidermal barrier. So if I can use a hyaluronic acid toner, I am going to take advantage of it. Skin Recovery Mist is a really good option for anybody who fits in these three little categories: acne, rosacea, PD, because it is very simple, very calming, and very hydrating. And those things are important with all three conditions. Love this because it is hydrating, it is very calming, and it's a pretty minimal formula. There's not a ton of active ingredients, so I find it to be a really good choice for perioral dermatitis, acne, or rosacea. Of course, the caveat with PD is if you're having an active flare-up where it's just reacting to everything, you want to be really, really careful and be very minimal with the routine. I do find I can use this product and my skin loves it even if I'm having a little flare-up, but bear in mind with PD, it can vary so much. You can have a scaly rash, you can experience burning, you can experience itching, so it's really going to vary there, but my skin happens to like it. For my third step, which is my treat step, I'm going in with a very small amount of the Jan Marini BioClear lotion. This is really a serum and it contains glycolic acid, salicylic acid, and azelaic acid. All of these ingredients are recommended by prescription for acne, and they can be used in the treatment of rosacea. I just love this formula. It's very potent and impactful without being irritating. I would not use it if I was having a PD flare-up. I notice my PD does not like actives at all, and some people will treat PD with things like mandelic acid or azelaic acid. Mine really does best with just a simple routine, no exfoliation when I'm having an active PD flare. But since I'm feeling okay, I don't feel any irritation coming on, I am using this formula. It is also great for those with rosacea. Glycolic acid is an amazing anti-inflammatory and actually one of my favorite ingredients for rosacea. Glycolic acid is also amazing for acne, and we know it is a powerhouse ingredient for aging concerns as well. So BioClear, they say all is clear with BioClear, really helps to refine pore size, targets fine lines and wrinkles, and also addresses acne and inflammation. So we love BioClear. Often I will rotate either BioClear and then the next night use a retinol or a product like Duality, which I absolutely love for acne. I am all about hydration, so you know we're going to squeeze it in where I can. This is the Ultra Hydro Gel by Glymed Plus. Fantastic hyaluronic acid, probably my favorite on the market. It has such a nice pillowy consistency, really melts into the skin. Great for all skin types, whether you're acne prone, dry, sensitive, rosacea, even PD. This is a good serum to have on hand because you can get very dry with perioral dermatitis. So you want to find ways to hydrate without occluding the skin or congesting it. I'm also taking a pump of the CBD Regenerative Eye Cream, and I'm going to do the same thing around my mouth. This is an area I mentioned I tend to get pretty sensitive, and this is where PD starts. So also bear this in mind while I'm creating my little barrier. PD starts around the mouth. Perioral means around the mouth. So if you ever notice any type of rash or burning sensation developing around the mouth, you may want to see a dermatologist to have it confirmed in case it is PD. It can also look like acne, and even as a skin specialist, as an esthetician, the very first time I encountered PD, I had never experienced it before. I hadn't studied it. We do not talk about it in school. Even with most esthetician classes, it's just not touched upon, which is a shame because it's becoming an epidemic. Lots and lots of people are starting to experience it, mostly women, and we don't know the root cause. We don't know why PD starts. We are starting to understand some of the triggers, which can be things like stress, hormones, occlusive products, or steroids. Even using active ingredients that are too strong for you or not right for your skin type can aggravate PD. So when I first noticed PD, I have a whole video on this and a picture on YouTube. It just looked like little tiny breakouts around my mouth, and I remember trying to extract one of them, nothing coming out, kind of getting like a clear fluid, but it mostly just going flat, and then noticing in the coming days it had spread from my lips to my cheek to my eye. And the thing is with PD, you want to intervene as soon as you possibly can. Now, of course, people want to know, how can you treat PD or perioral dermatitis? And I wish I could tell you with everything in me. I wish I could tell you it's treatable with skincare, but I have found otherwise with my clients and myself. Unfortunately, we still don't know the root cause of PD. It does seem to be very multifactorial, where it's triggered by a host of things. It's oftentimes not just one thing, but it can be a mix. It's oftentimes steroids, whether it's topical or something you are taking orally. For me, I realized I was taking a nasal steroid about the time I started to develop PD, so never again, even with these allergies, never again. It can also be triggered theoretically by hormones, toothpaste, clogging ingredients, so really thick moisturizers, really thick makeup. And I have noticed seasonal changes such as the weather can play a role. Oral health care is also very, very important. I'll quickly share what I use for my oral care. I avoid fluoride and I avoid sodium lauryl sulfates, which have both been linked to PD. I also noticed about the first time I started to develop PD, I was using a new mouthwash, and I was totally a victim of marketing because it looked like a more natural mouthwash or rinse. So this is what I use now. It is fantastic. I love this brand. It is the Living Libations Mint and Myrrh with CoQ10 oral rinse. You squirt a couple pumps in your mouth and take a sip of water, and you can do a little rinse for a minute or so. As far as toothpaste, I will try different ones. Currently, I'm using the Schmidt's Wondermint. This is a more budget-friendly option. I think it was $11 on Amazon for 2. I have used David's in the past. I think I went through it, but really nice toothpaste to use, a little bit more pricey. There are options at Target, Whole Foods, so you just want to check for sodium lauryl sulfate and fluoride. Last but not least, moisturizer. Everybody needs a moisturizer, whether you're oily or dry. This one is fantastic for sensitive skin, rosacea, acne, and PD. It's also my most cost-effective moisturizer that I retail. It's $40, which is not the same as CeraVe or some over-the-counter brands, but it's a really high-quality moisturizer with a 200% aloe vera base, which is not super common, so it's very calming and soothing. The key with PD, acne, rosacea, you want to look for calming ingredients, but you don't want to use anything occlusive or comedogenic. This one is kind of the perfect consistency. It's not too light, it's not too heavy, but you really get a good drink of water with this product. So non-comedogenic, it can be a good thing, it can be a buzzword. You just want to really trust the brand that is using that claim. And again, if it's a clinical brand, if it's a brand that's being used on these types of conditions, there's probably more at stake, and the brand might be more careful with what they consider to be non-comedogenic. That is it for my nighttime routine. I hope you liked this video and got something out of it. Please leave any questions or video ideas or requests in the comments. I love reading those. They really get me excited and motivated to make more content that you will enjoy watching. I am off to do my last real step of the routine, which is a little cold rolling. I like to do it while I'm watching TV just to calm that inflammation. It is 85 degrees tonight and your girl has rosacea, as we know. Thank you guys for watching. I love you, and I will see you in the next video.